What's going on, guys? Did you get over that crazy weekend in the NFL? We're going to talk about that in a minute. That's
crazy weekend.
Woo! I was driving home on a long journey, and I thought I was going to go off the road when I saw some of those endings.
Why don't you fly?
What's going on, guys? Scott Matthews back here. Get the edge. Can you believe it? It's week 4 of the NFL. We were just talking about the NFL starting. It's a month in. We got 5 weeks of college football coming up this week. Got a lot of great matchups, and we're going to dig in. Guys, pay close attention. I'm going to give you advance notice. Grab a pen and paper because I think there's going to be a lot of plays coming your way between all of us this week. Again, this is the Get the Edge show right here at the one and only Podcast Junkies in Boca with my man Ben Castro running the show and making the dough. That's it. He's the big man here. And I'm joined by my 2 co-hosts, and we're going to start it off. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope he didn't wake up too early because he always says he's up at 6 a.m. My partner in crime, TK, in the house. What's up, T?
Yeah, I was up early. I forgot to stop at the store and get Teddy another beer for this week. I was going to pick up some Guinness for this Dublin game on Sunday, the early game.
I think Teddy's wife's going to be mad at you if you keep forcing drinks on Teddy during the show.
But like you said, a wild weekend in the NFL. A lot of crazy endings, most blocked punts, most kicks, crazy weekend.
We'll get into that in a second. We got a lot of digging in. All right, guys, here he is. Love him, want to be a part of him all the time, each and every week. CEO of the Sports Profits, Teddy Brooks.
Geez, Scott, I think you want to be a part of me? Okay, well, I'm honored. I'll take that. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means, but I'll take it. Hey, listen, guys, right here, Scotty said grab a pen, grab a paper, and we mean that because the thing is we run through a lot of opinions and picks on this show, but you want to get them all down because a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but a lot of people, like when you post your free games and stuff, they kind of pick and choose what free games to play. And then,
that's okay. That's okay. Let them do what they feel.
I disagree. I think that, like, for me, I'm 9-2 in my last 11 free plays. Not trying to brag or anything. But then I had the Reds last night, and they lost. And I had a guy complaining about the Reds game that lost. And I'm like, well, what about the other 10 plays that went 9-1? So, guys, if you're going to follow the free plays, get on all these free plays, especially the ones we agree on.
Yeah, I mean, and again, we're giving you the opinions we feel, all of us. We do our work way in advance. We're not telling you to go out and just slam these games hard. They're games to have some fun. Try to build a little bankroll for yourselves. Don't go all in on them. I mean, especially if you're getting a ton of them. Pick and choose if you want. That's up to you guys at the end of the day. It's your money, your decision. But we're just giving you the best advice between all of us.
Hey, I just thought of something.
Yes. What did you think of?
One of these days, I don't think it's ever happened, but you guys should bet a Get the Edge parlay where you take every game that we give out on this show and throw it in a little $10 parlay. That'd be pretty fun. We should try that out.
Can you imagine? And if we went 12-0, wow.
We should try that out.
Might be more than 12. I got 5 plays today.
Oh, you're coming heavy. I'm coming.
I'm coming to get more plays right now. I'm ready to rumble.
Before we go today, let's talk about this past weekend because I'll tell you, in all my years of watching the NFL, I've seen some wild stuff. That was about as wild as it gets. I mean, I don't know if you watched every single game.
Unfortunately, I watched almost all of it.
What about that wild ending? I mean, not only on the Tampa Bay Jets game, on a crazy scenario with a blocked field goal, also the Rams and Philly. I mean, that was my big play. TK and I love that game. And it's unbelievable. It comes down to the last play. They either win the game or miss the field goal or make the field goal. We cover the spread. I'm counting the money. I'm sure you were too, right?
I thought that was dead over, man. I figured even if they blocked the kick, missed the kick, guy falls down, I figured the game was over.
Yeah. I mean, the ball falls to the ground. The ball went right to the guy's hands. I mean, and the guy's motoring down the field, 320-pound line. But I never seen a guy run that fast in my life for 320 pounds.
300 pounds.
And that was it. So that's how I got beat on that game. And, the Jets game was another crazy game. I mean, the wild and the wacky. I mean, that's why I'll throw it to you in a second on that. But my opinion is that's the perfect example, guys, why it's not easy to play a lot of games in football. Because just some of the endings this week, if you were moving money all over chasing these games back and forth, you can get your ass opened up. What's your thoughts on that? Like these guys that chase games, Teddy, live. I mean, perfect example. These games were flipping all over the place, back and forth. And, you start chasing these games with these wild endings, you could get hurt.
Oh, I think it's absolutely insane. I mean, number one, I just don't see how you can enjoy a football game if you're trying to live bet it the whole freaking game. I would rather put my bet in, watch the game. You're going to have your ups. You're going to have your downs. But it kind of takes away everything. And it's, this is what's not right about the industry. Guys, I mean, if you want to make one live bet, if you see a good spot, I don't have a problem. We talked about hedging a total last week. Yeah. Like if you take a big under and, let's say you take under 48 in a game and the live total becomes 38 and you want to try to catch that middle between 38 and 48 and you want to bet that over, that's fine. But to be betting live all day, I don't like it. But it was a crazy weekend, boy.
Yeah. I mean, we still got some undefeated teams. Eagles somehow finding ways to get the job done, and they're winning. They're 3-0. San Francisco, with Mac Jones. How about Mac Jones coming in the last 1.5 games, rallying the troops, and another crazy ending. I mean, I had Arizona. Thank God it worked out for me, but it was 13-13, and Arizona forced a safety. They go 15-13, and all of a sudden, the last drive of the game, San Francisco takes the ball down the field, last-second field goal, expiring. They win 16-15. They don't cover that game, but just crazy stuff going on. We got some teams that are still undefeated. Kansas City finally gets their first win. What'd you think of that crazy game Sunday night, Kansas City and Giants? I know
that's why Russell Wilson ain't going to be starting this week, and he had the ball first and goal from the 2-yard line. Four shots. He threw it away over there.
Goalpost.
Guys, give me some credit on that one. I called that 2 weeks ago, Scotty. You said,
what's up?
I said on this show 2 weeks ago, I said, watch out. Jackson Dart's Rookie of the Year numbers are dropping. Yep. That line's improving. And you actually raised a pretty good question. You said, who's more on a hot seat right now, Mike McDaniel or Russell Wilson? I thought it was Russell Wilson.
They're all on the hot seat.
The hot seat was hot. But I don't think Mike McDaniel, I don't think he should be on a hot seat. No? I think Tua is so damn bad. And Mike McDaniel has basically attached his coaching career at Miami to Tua.
Yeah.
And Tua's just – I posted a video on my Instagram of that play where he had – nobody was coming after him, and he just started scrambling around the whole field. Like, dude, what are you doing?
It's lack of confidence probably.
It has to be. But do you think the concussions and the brain stuff could be affecting the way he plays, or just
I'm not a doctor.
The fear. Maybe the fear
a little. But it seems like he was running around, so it didn't seem like he had too much fear.
What was he running from though?
He was scrambling. He ran for a couple of plays in the game. He's right up the gut.
He's got to go. I will say I was wrong about. Well, I'm not going to say I was wrong just yet. I think that.
It's okay to be wrong, Teddy.
I know. I think that this Cowboys defense is absolutely atrocious, especially after getting rid of Micah Parsons. Yeah. So I came on this show last week and I talked a lot of shit about Caleb Williams, and it made me look stupid. But we still have a long season to go, so I'm still going to stand by my Caleb Williams words. We'll see if he makes me eat those words. But block kicks were the story of the week last week. The most. When was it, TK?
Since 1970, I think, since they merged the AFC and the AFL and the NFL.
AFL and NFL, yeah.
I'm already getting the comments on here, man. Fly Eagles fly on here, man. The guys are already barking.
How about my team? I told you guys that I thought is going to win that division in the West. How about the Chargers? 3-0 so far. 3 division games, 3 wins. They beat Denver, came back to win that game. They blew a lead early, came back to win it at the end. Justin Herbert off to an unbelievable start. And probably the Miami Dolphin fans are probably crying that they couldn't get Herbert over Tua. And obviously Buffalo's still undefeated. And, that's about it. The surprise to me, I think, early is Baltimore's
Colts. I had the Colts there,
defense.
Surprise to me.
Yeah, the defense. Well, the Colts, too, undefeated.
3-0.
Right. Playing great. Daniel Jones,
MVP candidate. Jonathan
34
Taylor.
34 points a game.
Jonathan Taylor's odds are getting lower and lower and lower for Offensive Player of the Year.
He's doing
that
great.
Team looks incredible.
Yeah. He's huge.
The Vikings look great without J.J. McCarthy. Carson Wentz went in there.
Detroit looked great Monday Night Football.
Detroit looked amazing.
Yeah. Looked great.
Now, I will say this. We got an interesting – we're not doing any predictions yet, but just a quick look ahead. Either Baltimore or Kansas City will be 1-3 after this week because they play each other this coming week.
And I will have a pick on that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice,
As we go later. I think we should kick off with college football and then move into the NFL if you guys are okay with that. I know we got a Thursday night NFL game. We got Thursday night college football. I don't know if you guys are looking at either one.
I'm looking at both, believe it or not. Right, I normally don't look at Thursday night games, but in college football, how about Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. Did you guys see that beatdown last week?
What a blowout.
That's a team. I mean, listen, they did make they made the playoffs last year. They lost to Notre Dame.
They were great. They were great last year.
They were looking just as good, man. They're looking real good.
In college football, that was one of the best rated college game days on Saturday with McAfee jumping off the diving platform in Miami, man. You see the story on that, how they found his bathing suit. They had to hit the dive team. They couldn't find his size, and he went to jump off, and he had to tuck it in because he was getting ready to jump off, and everything was coming out. That was a wild.
No way, I didn't know that.
McAfee?
McAfee.
I saw him when he was taking his pants off. He reached down in there and made a little adjustment.
Too much in the junk going in there, huh? Well, we got a Thursday night game, and we're going to have a huge game in 2 weeks from now. We'll talk a little later on about that. That's going to be the game going this up in Tallahassee. They'll probably both be undefeated, I'm thinking, to face each other, which will be Miami and Florida State. But that's going to be some game, and the ticket prices are insane already on that game coming up in 2 weeks from now. But let's talk about Thursday night. We got Army going against East Carolina. I don't know if you guys are touching that game. I'm not really too hot on this one. Army and East Carolina. You got East Carolina 5.5. Totals 53.5. Teddy, anything on that game?
Yeah, this is not my biggest play of the week, but I definitely like it. You know, Army has that triple option. We were kind of talking about it last week. I wanted to undefeated, by the way, last week on this show on college, and then I lost my NFL picks though.
Yeah, I got bad.
But Army. I was talking about the military schools and the way they run that triple option, that RPO, but it's tough to prepare for that triple option, especially on a short week. Mm-hmm. But listen, East Carolina. You know, this line opened up, I think, at 3, and it's moved to 5 since then.
5.5.
5.5 now. Yeah. And, you know, Army, I actually had North Texas on Saturday, and that was a fight. That was a fight to overtime. Army was down by a couple touchdowns. They came back, tied it up, ended up losing in overtime. Whenever I see a team come off a game like that, a hard-fought game that goes long, and now they're on a short week, I always like to lean to the other side. I'm looking at a home favorite where the line's growing. I think this is a touchdown game here, so I'm definitely on ECU here. Plus, Army has been turning the ball over like crazy. If Army keeps turning the ball over like the way they have the last couple weeks, ECU is definitely going to cover this spread.
Yeah, this is a tough game for me. I mean, these are the type of teams, I don't know. It seems like when they play weaker opponents, they win big, and when they play against stronger opponents, they can't get the win. So, this game doesn't show any value to me whatsoever, especially with the games coming up on Saturday that I see and Sunday. Anything on that game for you or no?
That's when they're going to be going on my VIP selections. I'm not going to give it out.
Don't give it.
Don't give it out. I got to play going on Friday night. Once you guys get off the Thursday night NFL game, I got a nice Friday night's late.
Well, no, we're doing college first, so let's do it.
All right, if you got something Friday, let's go, man, because we got 3 games Friday night, and obviously the marquee matchup. Well, there's 2 good actual
Florida
matchups.
State, Virginia, TCU, Arizona State, 2.
Yeah,
One's playing in the top 25.
Yep.
But what I'm going to do on Friday night, my Friday night game dumped a couple of weeks ago, but my record on Friday night stands, man. It's been pretty solid this year. I'm going to jump on TCU. I see the current line right now, TCU +3 against Arizona State. You know, my numbers got this game. TCU should actually be favored by 1 in this game. And if you look at TCU, I'm looking at some stats and trends. Guys, I don't always use the stats and trends. That's not the reason I'm using it. But TCU, 6-1 their last 7 against the spread, 4-1 their last 5 against the spread on the road.
Slow it down.
The line went up to 3. I'm taking the 3. Could buy it up to 3.5. But I like TCU in this situation. Like I said, my numbers got them favored by 1. They're getting 3. Buy it up to 3.5. Friday night lights payday. TCU plus the points.
I haven't looked at that game, but I wrote TCU last week. I think Scotty was against me on that play last week. I actually ended up betting the over in that game also, which should have hit. There was a pick 6 in the end zone in the first half. There were 2 missed field goals in that game. Mm-hmm. Disgusting play. But that being said, TCU is a powerhouse of an offense. I think they're being underrated over and over again. I'm going to look a little bit deeper into that play, T, because I haven't looked into it. But my play for Friday is this FSU-Virginia game. Guys, FSU's getting a ton of hype. They're a very good team. We know that. I think it's well-deserved that they're getting all this hype because they are very good.
Playing great.
They should be proud of the way they're playing. Right. They've been a heck of a team so far. But don't sleep on Virginia. They are an explosive team. They're ranked 5th in total offense. They're ranked 11th in scoring. They're 10-5 in their last 15 games as dogs against the spread. And a little caveat, I don't know how much this matters, but they're 7-1 in their last 8 games against the spread against Florida teams. So I'm looking at a touchdown plus a half point here. I think it might be at 7. I'm buying the hook here. If you guys used to watch my videos way back in the day, that was my famous tagline, buy the hook, buy the hook, buy the hook.
Hook or crook?
Hook or crook. I'm buying the hook here, and I'm rolling with Virginia as the home dog plus 7.5. I like this one a lot.
Ballsy play, man. Because they haven't seen an offense and a quarterback, I think, as good as this, and a defense. This FSU defense is real. I think they were real in the game against Alabama. I still believe it wasn't a fugazi. I think it was real. I think they're playing at that level. They're just they're all locked in and glued in right now, and that's going to be a tough game for Virginia at home. I wouldn't be surprised in FSU. I don't think it's going to be looking ahead because I think they want to get the W on this one to go into home against Miami undefeated because Miami, I think, is off until they play FSU, right? They're bye this week.
They got bye. Miami's got a week off.
Right. So I think those teams are going to be undefeated, going at each other in 2 weeks at Tuscaloosa, which is going to make that game absolutely huge. I'm going to disagree with you on that Arizona State play.
Bring it on, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm going to money line them. I'm going to lay the wood on the game. I'm going to money line Arizona State. I think they're real. I really do. I think they're a pretty solid team, and they've been playing good enough, I think, that they can beat a team like TCU on the road. And I don't understand the line, to be honest with you. I'm kind of scratching my head because it's number 24 team in the country going into a place where they should be the favorite, I think, or games should be much closer than 3.5. That's a strong number, 3.5, to be honest, on a game like that. I think Arizona State's the right side. I'll bring it down to -2, and I'll take Arizona State in that game. I think that they are going to win that game somehow, some way.
Just for the record, because you said you're going to disagree. I thought you were talking about disagree with me. You meant disagree with T.
Right.
I'm not necessarily on TCU. I wanted to look deeper into this game, but I do see something in this game that's a little worrisome. It looks like the public money is on TCU, but the line actually went more towards Arizona State, so we got some reverse line movement on that one.
Well, Arizona State played a great game last week. I mean, they usually don't win in games like that. They beat Baylor. Baylor's not a world beater by any stretch, but they still have the reputation at home that they can show up and play. Arizona State got the job done. Now they're coming home. The respectable number on a game like this against the 24 team. I think that number's there for a reason, based on all the things I look at. So I'm going to take the favorite in this game. I'm going to bring it down to 2 points, and I'm going to take Arizona State -2 at home. I think somehow, some way, they claw and get the job done and win this game, whether it's a field goal, a touchdown, or double digits. Take Arizona State, in my opinion.
Seems like these Friday games are a lot better than last week's Friday games.
At least got some top 25 games on
some good
Friday
schools.
night.
Good entertaining schools here.
All right, guys. Huge Saturday. Let me just start with these three and see if you guys have anything either way, and we'll get into it. But we got 3 marquee matchups alongside a bunch of others, which we'll get into. Number 4 team in the country, LSU, goes against Ole Miss. That should be an unbelievable game. 4-0, 4-0. You got defense against offense in a game like this. That's one of the marquee games on Saturday. The other marquee game, going up to Penn State at nighttime, which is going to be what do they call it, the whiteout?
Whiteout.
Right, whiteout. That's going to be some game. Number 6 team in the nation, Oregon, undefeated, 4-0 against number 3, Penn State Nittany Lions, 3-0. The number 3 team in the nation. Line on this game is 3.5 with a 51.5. And the other marquee game, which is normally probably be the biggest game of all if they were both undefeated, would be Alabama and Georgia. Alabama 2-1, lost the first game of the season to FSU. Came back and have crushed their last 2 opponents like they weren't even on the field, basically, against Georgia, who's undefeated. Georgia 3.5, 52.5. I love something on that game. You guys looking at any of those 3 games before we get into the
I'm looking at one of them, the Oregon-Penn State game. But if you're talking about the LSU-Mississippi game,
talking about any of them.
I know, but you see the coach's daughter for Mississippi came out. She's dating a linebacker or something from LSU, and he made a statement that it said this one's over. So is he commenting toward the over/under in the game? What's he doing on this one?
Maybe he's talking about the relationship.
Oh, they were all talking about the gambling aspect of it. It should be a high-scoring game anyways.
Which one?
Not touching the total. Ole Miss, LSU.
Here's the thing. I'm actually on that game. Huge.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
I think I know which way you're going, too.
Oh, you got it. The same way I've been going all year. I'm riding the lane train, baby. The lane train. And here's why.
I figured that one.
it's very rare that you have a starting quarterback that gets hurt and the backup comes in and he could be better than the starting quarterback. And when that does happen, that usually means
he had high hopes.
He did.
Yeah.
But this guy, Trinidad Chambly, I don't know how to say it exactly. He's a stud. I love what I'm seeing from him. A couple factors on this game here. I love this game. I've been talking about Ole Miss all season. I think we liked them last week, right? Also,
we liked them a couple of weeks ago.
I liked them last week. You agreed with me last week on them also. I've liked them every single week, and I was wrong one time against Kentucky.
Yeah.
I wrote it. I even wrote it down here. Me and Scotty both liked them last week. Unless I'm imagining things. I know I did.
Imagine take the credit. All the people.
Take the credit, Scotty. But yeah, Chambly is the real deal. Last week
like that, Ben?
Against Tulane, he was great. This offense is great, but here's really what stands out to me. Their defense, the doubt part of this team, the part of this team that I wasn't sure about, they actually came and they showed up against Tulane last week, and they shut them down. When you look back at LSU's wins...
Yeah, but you can't base Tulane against
the
team on the caliber LSU, can you?
But when you look back at LSU's wins, I think we gave LSU a lot of credit for the win against Clemson. I think we're starting to see that Clemson's really not all that. I think we gave LSU a lot of credit for their win against Florida. I think we're starting to see that Florida's not all that. So these wins that LSU has had, yeah, they have a great quarterback, but I'm not sold on LSU. I love Ole Miss, and I like the over in this game because I think Ole Miss puts up 40-plus points alone.
Okay.
Eddie's pretty hyped up on that one. I'm writing it down over here.
I'm riding the lane train, baby.
Look, Teddy, just to back up what Teddy's saying, 45-10 against Tulane. 40. The only game I don't like is they allowed a lot
Kentucky.
of points. They allowed a lot of points to Arkansas. I mean, who's a high-scoring team. They still allowed 35. They did win the game 41-35. They beat Kentucky 30-23. I mean, that, and obviously the first game of the year was Georgia State. But now they're playing a powerhouse. Let's see what it comes when they're playing a real defense matched up against that real offense. Sometimes, the key to games like that, be honest, what makes those games, what makes them? Turnovers. If LSU's defense comes, physical, and they cause some turnovers, that could be the difference.
Turnovers are big. You know what else is really cool about this game is we got two generational talents at coaching here, Brian Kelly and Lane Kiffin. So it's going to be a great game.
All right. Anything on
I got one going for you guys. This one I love too, Teddy. I love this one
just like you love. We're still on Saturday.
I'm on Saturday, man. I'm on Saturday. We were talking college this weekend. Oregon, Penn State.
All right.
I like Penn State in this one. My numbers got Penn State winning this game by 7+. It's a revenge game from last year. Oregon beat them 45-37, but now they're at Beaver Stadium in this one. I know Penn State, they're 1-4 their last 5 against the spread, but they are 6-0 their last 6 at home.
Did you see James Franklin's record
Penn
against
State
teams?
is going to run the ball and stick it right down Oregon in this game. I'd buy it down to 3. It doesn't even matter. They should win this game. I said 7+. Now that Scotty likes the other side, I'm going 10+. I think Penn State runs them with their running back.
One thing you've been good is going against me. You lost every game.
Not every game. Oregon right now got their running games going. They'll take care of business here tonight. I'll get the win on this one on Saturday.
You're wrong.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Let's hear it, Scotty.
The clock is right twice a day as well. You can be right once in a while as well, but I've got you this week because my college football has been heating up.
All right.
Had a perfect day last Saturday. I'm going again. Penn State.
You made your pick.
Penn State's going to win.
Fired up, PK.
All right. Listen to me. James Franklin can't win big games against good teams. He always finds ways. Did you see his numbers against teams that are like ranked and all that?
I think 10 or higher, top 10.
Terrible.
It's not good.
The guy's he's like, I don't even know.
He's running back State and Penn State for a reason. You'll see it on Saturday why.
1-17 or something.
They're like the Dolphins a couple years ago where they were putting up all those points and then they face a good team. And
I think Oregon wins this game. I think for some reason they're just going to show up. They're a professionally coached team. Their head coach is excellent. They got great personnel. They can match up against Penn State. Yes, I agree with you. It's a tough place to play. No doubt about it. Whiteout on Saturday night and up there in Penn State. It's not going to be easy, but I just got a funny feeling when it comes down to it, there's going to be mistakes made, and that's what seems to cause Penn State these big games. And I think Oregon's going to come in with a good game plan, solid, ready to go. And I like them. I would buy this line. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going in one direction. We probably could both win it.
Well, I think Penn State wins by 10+. You know what I'm having for dinner on Saturday night? I'm having roasted duck. That's what I'm having this one. Penn State by 10 plus in this one.
Roasted duck.
Roasted duck, baby. Roasted duck.
What happens if the duck bites you in the ass?
He's already going to be dead by halftime. We'll put him on the grill.
Did you guys see that commercial when they're at the Oregon tailgate and someone's grilling duck? That's funny.
All right, guys. As I said, my selection on this game, I would go at Oregon. I'd buy this line up to plus 4.5, 4.5. Right now, if you can lock it in, lock it in. I think this game is going to be either an upset or a very tight game one way or another. So 4.5 to me. You know what? Go to plus 5. I recommend plus 5 on this game. I like the Ducks plus the 5. They're a tough team to beat, and I take 5 points with them. You don't get that often. Take the Ducks plus 5. Alabama, Georgia, anybody going on that game?
Nope.
I like that game.
That's the one game I don't have a play on, man. I can't figure that thing out.
I like the over. I think both these teams are going to score points on each other in this game. I just got the feeling the way these teams are set up that they'll score on each other. 52.5, bring it down to 51 and go over. That's my opinion on this one. I like the total, don't like the side. It's a tough game either way. So I'm going to go over 51 on the total on the Alabama game.
If I had to bet that game, I would bet it on head coaching. I would take Kirby Smart's experience and expertise over it. But I'm going to stay away from that game. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to enjoy it.
All right. Anything else on Saturday you're looking at, T?
I have one more.
I got one more, too.
Go ahead, T. You go first.
I'm going to go on this Arizona-Iowa State game. Current line 6.5, 48.5.
Love it. Hold on.
We'll see. He's probably against me on this one, but I'm jumping on Arizona plus the 6.5. You can buy it up to 7. Here's a stat for you. Arizona, when they're coming off a bye week, they're a perfect 4-0 against the spread. They're already a perfect 3-0 against the spread this year. I'm going to take the 6.5, make it 7 if you want to do it. Probably don't need it. But I'll take Arizona plus the points.
Why would you leave a game on 6.5?
They probably don't even need this one. But you're buying points. I agree. You got to buy it on 6.5, 7 or something. You lose a lot of EV when you're buying point and a half on some of the games. You go down.
Yeah, but you're buying a half. You're buying a half. I'm buying a half.
I would buy it to 7, but you probably won't even need it. I'll take the points here with Arizona.
Teddy?
So I'm on the San Diego State Northern Illinois game. You know, we've been talking about Cal, right, for the last couple weeks and how impressive they looked, and then boom, San Diego State wiped them off the map, 34 to nothing.
14-point favorite too.
Yeah, 34 to nothing as a dog. I think they made a statement with that game. I think that this Northern Illinois team, they've lost to some solid teams, Maryland and Mississippi State. But here's the thing: the one game that Northern Illinois won, they beat Holy Cross, which is an FCS team, and they only beat them by 2 points. When you're only beating an FCS team by 2 points, big alarms go off in my head that you have problems. So I'm going to lay the 3 points here on the road. I would lay a whole touchdown most likely here. If this line was 6 or 7, I would probably lay it. So I'm taking San Diego State -3 on this play here.
I'm jumping on this game with what T said. I'm agreeing with him.
Oh, look at this!
Wow.
Hold on.
Let's all get along.
Guys, let me finish. I'm jumping all over Arizona on this game. I feel that both teams have strong defenses. I like both their defenses. Iowa State, I think, they've been winning, but they've been playing close games. They have one neutral opponent, Kansas State. So far this year they played, and they played the same opponent. Kansas State, Iowa State beat them by 3. Arizona beat Kansas State by 6. I like Arizona in this game. I would jump this line at least 7 or higher. I think they're going to stay in this game. Iowa State's been winning. I get it, but they've been playing, 3 out of their 4 games have been really, really close. And I think Arizona's playing real well right now. They're 3-0. They're finding ways to win and stay in games. I'll take the 7 points with an undefeated team. They had a neutral opponent with Kansas State, and they played it pretty similar. They both actually Iowa State won by 3 and Arizona beat Kansas State by 6. I mean, I'm not basing it on that, but that's just a neutral opponent. So I'm agreeing with you on that one. I like Arizona. Plus, I would buy it to 7 or 7.5. I would not leave that game on 6.5. And one other game I liked, I don't know if you guys are looking at it, Cincinnati and Kansas.
So it's funny. OPP actually asked about that game. I was just going to bring it up.
Okay.
So you beat me to it. Let's go.
I think it's an interesting game. To be honest with you, Kansas is 3-1. They're 4.5 at home, 55.5. They lost to Missouri. They're really the only game they played. I mean, they won last week. They won big and all this. Cincinnati, the only game they lost was their first game of the season. I thought they would lose that game to Nebraska, but they hung in there a lot better than I thought because I thought Nebraska would cover that game. And, they're 2-1 right now. I think the line is soft on this game. I don't understand it. I thought Kansas would be minimum at least 5.5, 6.5. This line's 4.5. I don't get it. I really don't. This is a game that makes me scratch my head and say that the dog's alive in this game. I mean, if they show up, they show up. But in my opinion, I'd be jumping all over Cincinnati in this game. I would move this line up to at least 5, 5.5, probably 5.5. I'm moving numbers because I just feel this time of the year I got to build up bankroll, and I'm looking for the best numbers to give me the best edge. Even though I like the game, I want to get the best number and try to just keep pushing that number in my favor. So I'm going to take Cincinnati plus 5.5. I think they show up in this game. I don't think Kansas is a much better team than Cincinnati. I think they're probably on a scale equal. In my opinion, they're equal, and I think that's why this line is not as high as it should have been. If Kansas was right, I think they should have been above 5.5 or 6. I'll take Cincinnati plus 5.5.
I'm right.
Yeah, Kansas did open up as an 8-point favorite, went down to 4.5.
Yeah, they opened up high.
Yeah, they opened up high.
So I'm right there with you, Scotty.
What happened? Injury?
No, I think
it just moved because of the public.
So I'm looking at Don Best here, and I'm looking at they opened up at like 6, 6.5 on most of these sites.
I go by the Circa. That's the original opener. It's the sharpest one.
I don't think 8.5.
Yeah, but even if they did open up at 6.5, even if they did open up at 6.5, and it's down to 4.5 now,
doesn't make sense.
And the public is on Kansas. Once again, guys, you got to look for that reverse line movement. It means something and it tells you something. So I agree with you on that.
I don't
Scotty.
think the public is betting a game like that, Teddy. I got to be honest with you. I think they're looking at with all these big matchups this weekend. I don't think the public is.
Let me prove you wrong.
Okay.
I went in the chat and I said, hey, do you guys have any questions about any college games?
Right.
The only game that they asked about, Kansas versus Cincinnati. I think you're.
Really?
I don't think the public in 2025 is the same public that you're used to from 10 years ago with the apps and all the stuff. I think these guys want to bet these smaller teams.
What's your thoughts on that? I would think. Do you think people would have a lot of interest in Cincinnati, Kansas with all these big games?
I think they got more interest in nowadays, like Teddy said, but they're most interested in the top 25.
Oh, of course.
But
I'm saying I don't.
That's a noon game, so some guys will probably like that action.
I'm misrepresented it wrong. I think this is more of a sharp move than a public move to lower that line. This is not public moving this game down. I think this is sharps that jumped on it early because they start with the same kind of factors.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah, not public.
But when I say public, I mean there's more tickets on one side and the line moves the other way.
Right.
So that has to mean exactly what you said, that sharp money, recognizable.
Oh, that's different, yes.
Recognizable because, guys, when these casinos, the owners, the sportsbook managers, the line makers, the market makers, if you want to call them that, when they get certain bets in, they know where those bets are coming from, those big bets. And if there's known sharp money coming in on a play, they're going to move that line to try to push it off a little bit. So I 100%, we actually agree 100%.
Yeah, no, because I thought you thought with the public. I don't think the public.
And Kansas has a pretty good. Someone just mentioned it. This guy Jay Lund.
Oh, they got a good.
Jay Lund Daniels, not to be confused with the Washington Redskins Jaden Daniels, but Jay Lund Daniels, very nice.
Have you noticed though? You're talking about stuff watching public money and stuff. Have you noticed something? Because I know you watch the stuff with the what are they called splits over at the Circa. Have you noticed when the public's heavily on the game and the line has not moved, the other side's been winning like crazy?
Oh, of course,
it's unbelievable.
Of course. Circa's a very sharp sports book. I track as many sports books as I can, but
and I know we talked about it last week too, and I talked to a lot of guys too that bet FanDuel, all these other places. When they're betting off 3, 6, and 10, they're not letting them buy points anymore.
Don't listen, T.
Don't get them going.
I got them fired up.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm telling all my guys, I had a huge play last week.
They're betting in China now.
I had a huge play last week. Athan Kaliakmanis. He was the quarterback for Rutgers, and I bet his under on rushing yards. Only about 40% of my clients could get that play in. So I just stopped giving it out to them. After I sent it to a few guys, and I had like half of them say, I can't, I don't have that. I stopped sending it out. I didn't want to put that in front of people. So yeah, these legal U.S. sports books, get your shit together because people are moving offshore faster than you can blink an eye.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Go. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Shout out to Ashley.
We haven't even done the NFL.
Our boy Ashley in the chat. Ashley from Tennessee. Shout out. Great guy.
Yeah, we say hello to him today.
Yes, sir.
And let me ask a question. Those betting apps like Underdog or whatever, can you buy points on there? Is there a way to do it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure you can adjust. No,
I don't really use them, so I don't know.
I have no idea either. So.
I don't know. Some of them you can only bet players, but
well, you might want to adjust some numbers on this game. You got Thursday night. This is going to be an interesting game.
Great transition.
Yeah,
right to the NFL.
We might buy some points on this one. Thursday night, Seattle 1.5 on the road at Arizona, 43.5. How about Sam Darnold? Pretty damn good. He's got a passer rating of about 104 already. He's thrown for 663 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So it seems like he's picked up where he left off, moving the ball. They won their last 2 games pretty handily. But Kyler Murray's having a pretty solid season. He's not making mistakes like he normally does. He's thrown for less yards, about 550 passing yards, and he's thrown 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. This should be an interesting game. 2 interesting type of teams here. Seattle coming off 2 big wins in a row after losing to San Francisco their first week 17-13. What's your thoughts? Anything on this game Thursday, T?
I told you the only way to get my Thursday night game is going right to my website and get it. I'm not going to give this out on the show, man. It's too big of a play.
I agree with you. Usually, I would press against you, TK, but there's a lot. Not the guys that are watching.
You agree with him again?
Not the guys that are. You guys watching this show live right now. You're great. You're fantastic. This has nothing to do with you, but there's a lot of people out there that abuse the free plays. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money on our free plays and then don't really want to pay anything.
Yeah, but that's been going on since the test of time.
That it has. That being said, I do have a play on this game.
All right.
You look at this game. If you don't dig into stats, if you don't dig into numbers, you would look at this game and you would think that based on like at least last week that Seattle should be favored here. But that's why
favored 1.5.
But by like a touchdown.
Oh, touchdown? No.
So, I look at this game. Yeah, the line has moved towards Seattle a little bit, but I think that's because of money coming in on Seattle. Mm-hmm. So if you just looked at scoreboards, you would think Seattle should be a huge favorite. I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking that
Why do you think they'd be a huge favorite?
Because last week's game.
Just because of last week.
Last week's game, they lit it up.
But they played the worst team in the league, New Orleans.
Yeah, it's okay.
So what?
They're not the worst team, New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying.
New Orleans, one of the worst teams.
Dolphins, Jets are the 2 worst teams in the NFL.
Okay, so they won.
New Orleans looked good the first couple weeks.
Top worst teams.
New Orleans
would be good if they got rid of that redheaded quarterback.
You realize Arizona could have been 3-0. They lost on a last-second field goal to a team that was undefeated with San Francisco.
Right. Well, that's my pick here. I love Arizona in this game. I'm all over Arizona in this game. The reason why, one of my main reasons, I know you might not agree with me, but I do think that the Seattle line should be a little bit higher, and when it's not, that makes me want to bet the other side. So I'm betting Arizona, Kyler Murray. Well, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. has a huge, huge bounce-back game here, because let's remember really quick that Marvin Harrison Jr. had a bunch of drops last week. They would have won that game if it weren't for his drops.
That was wide open, too.
I think he comes back with a vengeance this week and takes this one.
All right, excellent. I'm going to agree with you. I like Arizona, and this is a live dog at home. But I buy it up to at least 2 or higher on a game like this, because this game could be close. I think mistakes is going to be a key in this game. That Arizona defense isn't too bad, man. They're actually not that bad. If Kyler Murray can have some type of game, control it on the ground or through the air, or run the ball, or whatever the heck, keep the clock moving in their favor, keep Sam Darnold, on the sidelines a little more than normal. Because Darnold, he's doing really well. I mean, this year, obviously last year had a huge year. Moving into this year, already off to a nice start. And Seattle, 2 big wins. I mean, I don't know, beating Pittsburgh, whatever. But again, beating New Orleans at home pretty handily like that, yeah, that was an ass kicker, I call it. And Arizona is 1 point away from being 3-0. I think the dog at home is alive here.
Big time.
I like +2 on this game.
Might actually be my favorite.
I might get stuck in a trap on this one, but I don't know. I think Arizona's the right side of this game. I think their defense is going to cause something to happen in their favor, and I think this game's going to be a close game, and I think any little mistake or anything that can be a positive will make the difference in this game. So I'm going to jump on Arizona +2 at home Thursday night. All right. Woo! You didn't. So you got a big play on that game, but
I'm putting it on my VIP and private on Thursday night. That's the only way you're getting it for me.
All right, there you go, guys. So
I'm ready for Sunday's games, though. Whenever you guys are ready,
I'm going right into it, man. We're going to move and groove because we got a lot to talk about. We didn't even get into baseball and the playoffs and all kinds of shit going on.
I have my World Series prediction.
All right, we'll talk about that later. I can't wait to hear it because I think I got some stuff going on right now with the baseball playoffs. All right, Sunday, full board of games. A couple of marquee matchups, a couple undefeateds going at each other. Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. I don't know if you guys are on that one, but we got some interesting games going on Sunday. I'm going to kick it off this time with Teddy. Teddy, who's your best bets for Sunday NFL football?
I don't really like much on this Sunday board. I know you're not going to want to hear.
I know you're not
going to want to hear that.
What are you like, TK hanging out?
But I do have a play here, kind of similar to the way that I bet this Cardinals game. I'm looking at this Commanders-Falcons game. And, based on the Commanders had a great game last week, blowout with a backup quarterback, right? The Falcons, they made the Falcons look like little boys. And I look for spots like this, and I look for bounce-back spots. I know the Falcons are at home, but you would think after a game like last week.
Well, Falcons lost to Carolina last week.
Carolina beat them 3-0.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
No, I'm saying the Commanders blew out their team, and the Falcons got blown out. So you come off of games like this and you expect to see a certain line and you don't see them. It's pretty much a pick 'em. I think the Falcons bounce back here and take this dub. They need to, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm on the Falcons here. I'm not really. I got my face, hit up a little bit last week in the NFL.
Okay.
So I'm not all over a bunch of NFL games this week just yet. I got to dig a little bit deeper. And then another game that I think is going to be interesting is watching Jackson Dart come in and play looking like one of the best teams in the league in the Chargers. You were absolutely right about Justin Herbert, by the way, Scotty. I think he's going to be
Justin Herbert and Love. Love let me down last week, though.
Yeah, Love. I'm not sold on Love the way I'm sold on Herbert yet.
Jim Harbaugh, man, the guy knows his
that guy. Yeah, I mean, and I had the Chargers money line, but yeah. So I like the Falcons here, and
how about bringing this kid in? Not to cut you off, but how about bringing this kid in a tough spot? You're playing against one of the best defenses in all of football. The Chargers, your first game in the NFL. That's not going to be an easy assignment.
When you teach your kids how to swim, you throw them in the deep end. You ever hear that saying? You throw them in the deep end, baby.
With you, but bringing them in against
the crowd will be electric for this kid coming. When they took out Russell Wilson in that game. Bang, that crowd went wild.
Well, here's the thing. I think
they have him out. He played the whole.
Well, you know what I'm saying. He comes in first plays.
They were chanting
the option or whatever.
Would you bring a rookie quarterback that's never played in the NFL
over Russell Wilson? Yes.
Okay.
I think you got to do. First of all, I think it's got to be a home game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what their schedule looks like, but I know they have a bye. Team. They have a bye on I think week 6.
Right.
So they have a bye coming up. You don't want to wait too late in the season. Then you're after your bye. You're already in week 7. I think it's a good spot.
Okay.
Especially if they're not home next week. Now, if they're home next week, then maybe you could have waited until next week. I don't know who they play next week. I haven't looked at it.
They're playing a tough schedule.
But I like doing it.
Tough opponent.
I like doing it when you're at home.
Okay. So who do you like in that game? Do you like something in that game?
I love this game.
Is this your game?
I'm ready.
Let's hear it, T.
Well, hold on.
I'm waiting to see what you got to say.
No, I'm waiting for you. Are you picking the Chargers-Giants game?
No, I just think it's going to be really interesting. I just think Jackson Dart can come in and really impress. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
We'll see
I thought you were going to make a pick on it.
I thought he was too.
Yeah.
I can tell you what I'm going to do.
You got us all lathered up. Come on, man. Make a pick.
Stay tuned.
You don't got a beer over there, Teddy?
Stay tuned.
All right,
I just have my iced tea.
All right.
I can tell you what I'm doing on this one. Current line right now. Let me the exact current line now at the Circus, 6.5 and 43.5. I'm jumping on the Chargers on this one. Look at the stats on this one. I got the Chargers win this game by at least 15 plus. I think they're going to dominate the Giants. The Chargers 6-0 their last 6 against the spread versus a team with a losing record. 6-1 their last 7 against the spread on the road. The Giants are miserable 3-12 their last 15 against the spread.
Do they ever win at home?
They don't cover. I know that.
I don't think they win games.
But I'm taking the Chargers in this one. They should win this game. I double digits on this one. Chargers light it up.
Hey, the Chargers are playing great. The only problem is they play 3 division games in a row. Now they're going on the road, not a division game. I don't know. Is that a letdown sometimes, traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast and coming off 3 big wins against division opponents? And that number's a tough number. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with you or disagreeing. I'm just going to stay off that one. I love the Chargers as far as the team itself, but that's a tough number. When you're going traveling across country after playing 3 division games, and I don't know. That's a tough one. But I love some other game. Anything else?
I like one more.
Oh, go for it.
I love the Ravens over the Chiefs. I just don't think it's the Chiefs' year. I think.
What were they fighting about in that game, the coach and Kelsey? Did anybody ever find out what happened in that?
Well, if you want my opinion, when these big football stars
doing nothing.
When these big football stars, it's the same thing to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got married to Sierra, and it seems like he was just never the same again. Now, Travis Kelce's engaged to Taylor Swift, and he's Mr. Hollywood.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, they had the Taylor cam at the game the other night, but it wasn't Taylor Swift. It was Lawrence Taylor. And how the hell did he get a cigar in that seat to smoke a cigar in that stadium?
He's Lawrence Taylor. He could do whatever he wants. He could do
I
whatever.
guess you can smoke cigars at Tampa at the hockey stadium, so I guess
he could do whatever he wants in that stadium. But the funny thing about that is we see him. I mean, I don't know.
I see him at the golf course.
He's at the golf course.
He's always
smoking. The time. I was golfing 2 weeks ago, and he was at the course smoking a cigar, waiting for his buddies to come.
Grand Palms?
No, he was at CS Country Club, Coral Springs Country Club. Yeah,
he comes out there a lot.
Yeah,
nice guy too.
He lives on the Grand Palms course.
Oh, he's always there. He's always at the bar, sitting on the side, smoking a cigar.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I got another game going tonight too. I'm waiting for him to go.
I got a couple more. Go.
I got one more. I'm going to look at the line right now. Let's see. New England and Carolina. New England's 5.5 and 43.5. Carolina, they blew them out 30-0 last week. I think that was a fluke in that game. New England, they played Pittsburgh great. A lot of key turnovers in that game. They could have beat Pittsburgh. They didn't. But they're going to come back this week. They're laying 5.5. Patriots 4-1 their last 5 against the spread following an ATS loss. The Panthers 0-4 their last 4 against the spread in week 4. I like the Patriots to come on the situation, make up for losing the Pittsburgh last week, a game they could have won. So take the Patriots minus the 5.5 in this one.
All right, excellent. Patriots minus 5.5. My home team from many moons ago.
Edelman got the red jacket last week, didn't he?
I got to get them over 8.5 wins. They got to win this one, so they'll be 2-2. Guys, you're missing a couple of really nice matchups here. I'm surprised.
With the Dolphins Jets?
No, that's on Monday. Colts. I like the Colts. They're playing the Rams this week. I like the Colts. I love what Daniel Jones is doing. I love what Jonathan Taylor's doing. He's a beast. I mean, between him and what Jones is doing, and their defense is showing up. The Rams lost that brutal game. Will it affect them? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know if it will. Coach McVay, he's a pretty damn good coach. I don't think he's going to let it bother him. But they lost that brutal game last week. I like the Colts. I just like the way they're playing right now. They're scoring over 34 points a game, guys. 34. If they maintain even close to that, they can play with the Rams, I feel, in a game like this. I mean, the Rams got a nice defense, don't get me wrong. But Philly exposed them in the second half of the game. First half of the game, Philly never even showed up. Actually, the Rams shut them down more than Philly not showing up. But I think the way the Colts is playing, the momentum they're carrying right now, with that running game, the passing game, the defense is solid. I'm going to take the Colts.
They look great.
I'm going to buy that line up to 4.5 and jump all over the Colts. And I'm going to go definitely going against you. I'm going to play Kansas City at home. You give me Patrick Mahomes with 2.5 to 3 points as a home dog in a game like this, I'm fucking all over this one. I'm taking.
You're living in the past, Scotty. You're living in the past. This is not. This is not their year.
Well, I think Baltimore's living in the past right now, the way they're playing.
The question is, will Derrick Henry have another fatal fumble?
No, he's going to get his shit together.
This
whole team. Zach, real quick, who do you like, Baltimore or Kansas City? Let's go, Zach Smacks on the same page. I love it.
Well, all right, listen. Anyways, Kansas City at home. I like this play. I think Kansas City is going to win their games. They're going to win a lot of games throughout the season. They started out slow. They played 2 very tough opponents. Let's face it, when you play the Chargers, who are undefeated, the Eagles that are undefeated, they played well enough to beat the Giants. I don't care how the game worked out. It worked out. They went on the road. Their defense showed up. And I
think the Chiefs go 9-8 this year.
Chiefs go 9-8.
I like their under. Yeah, I think they go 9. They're going to lose to the Chargers again.
I hope we don't have a lot of Kansas City fans out there.
They're probably going to split with the Broncos. So I don't like them this year at all.
Look, I'm looking at numbers on Lamar. It's pretty amazing. He's thrown for 722 yards in his 3 games, and he's 9 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. They're 1-2.
He's a stud. Their defense has a problem right now.
There's something missing.
It's the defense. Their defense has a major issue right now. They need to figure it out.
Okay, and Kansas City can expose them. A guy like Mahomes can expose the best player in the world I don't care. You could tell me he's not the best player in the world. He is the best player in the world over the last 7, 8 years. There is no one better at that position when it comes down to it. Okay, maybe you could say Josh Allen in the last few years, so be it. But over the last 7, 8 years, nobody better than Mahomes when it comes to crucial times. I'd have him as my quarterback over anyone else in big games because he's proven to get the big games done and win them. So I like this play. I like Kansas City. I don't see them going 1-3. I think they show up. I think this bullseye is on Baltimore's back, and I'm going to take Kansas City. I'm going to buy that line up to it's 2.5. I'm going at least +3. I'm going to definitely. What's the line on that game? Your show.
2.5.
2.5 and 48.
I
think
it's 2.5 across the board.
I think it's a terrible line. I don't know why Baltimore should be favored by 2. This game makes no sense to me at all that Baltimore should be
because they're by far the better team.
No, they're not. They're not by.
You know who I would like to have a quarterback right now?
How can you say that?
You're talking about what's his Mahomes or whatever. If I had one quarterback right now, that I want a quarterback on my team, Baker Mayfield. Man, he's come back 3 weeks in a row. Kicked ass, came back. He's playing hardball. I got him to win the Super Bowl.
I'm going to touch both on.
Never won a playoff.
I'm going to touch on what
he's
both
playing great football right now.
I'm going to touch on what both of you said. Number one,
I picked him to win the
you
Super
don't know
Bowl.
what
They're
you're
going to be right there.
Number one,
you should be on the next show.
I love Baker. You weren't here the week we did the QB rankings, TK, but I put him in my top 5 QBs. I'm all in on Baker Mayfield. And number 2,
how is Baker Mayfield to Patrick
No.
Mahomes?
I'm just saying he's an up and coming. Number 2, how is Baltimore better than the Chiefs? I'll tell you how. Right now,
they blew it.
Right now, Lamar is playing better football than Patrick Mahomes.
They're losing.
Yeah, Derrick Henry doesn't fumble the ball.
Their tight end, they have a better.
Yes, he did though.
That happens.
Mark Andrews is better than Kelsey. You want me to keep going?
If Kelsey didn't hit the ball off his hands, they beat Philly.
The first fumble against Buffalo, that was.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it together.
You guys are not looking at the whole picture. You look at what you want to look at.
They're going to get it together. All right, guys, we're running out of time here.
Hold on, I'm not running out of time.
I'm not using that game anyways, but.
All right.
That Philly-Tampa Bay is going to be a great game. Our girl Amanda Casey's up there. We should try to get her to go up there, have a little beer, go up there for the game, have a little beer contest up there with her.
Scotty has another game. Let's hear it, Scotty.
Let's play one last play, and then we'll jump quick.
World Series predictions.
All right. I'm like Jacksonville against San Francisco. I think Jacksonville shows up in this game. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I like Jacksonville in this spot. I buy this line to 4.5 against San Francisco. San Francisco's 3-0, granted, but they've won every game close. I think Jacksonville can play. Their defense is solid. They got a great running back. I think if they move the ball on the ground and they leave Lawrence alone, because this guy can screw this game up. He forces stuff and makes mistakes. But I'm hoping that between the running game and him not making so many mistakes, they can stay in the game against San Francisco. I'm not sold on Mac Jones, 4-0, whatever the case. I like Jacksonville to stay in this game against San Francisco plus 4.5. That's it. Those are my plays. I hope you guys wrote them all down because you probably ran out of ink between all of us today. And let's just do a real quick little synopsis on baseball because we got 5 games left in the regular season. Then we go to the playoffs where it goes 0-0. Everybody starts fresh. Who you liking, you think, right at this point?
My World Series prediction. National League, Milwaukee Brewers. American League, Seattle Mariners.
Damn, I was just going to say the same thing. Brewers, Mariners.
Brewers, I think. I don't know who's going to win it, but Brewers, Mariners.
Mariners are hot right now.
I think you guys got to watch out for the New York Yankees. I think they're coming into form, and they're playing excellent baseball. And I think in a series, they could beat anybody at any given time. I think they could beat Toronto. We know they can beat Boston. We know they can beat Houston in the American League. So I could see the Yankees getting to the World Series. And as far as the National League, I don't know. I think that thing is so wide open. I mean, Milwaukee looks great overall, have the best numbers. But, Philadelphia's no fool. Dodgers are no fool. So I can't. But I think the Yankees got a great shot to get to the World Series. Boom.
TK hockey's back already. Aren't you fired up?
Yeah, I think
Preseason
Panthers play Saturday night.
Yeah.
I think their first home game's in a week.
Hold on.
October
Ben,
6th.
can you put the camera on me?
Raising the banner, baby. Are you going? Scotty, are you going?
October 17th.
We got to all go.
I might go for my birthday,
October
man. My
17th.
Is that a Tuesday?
That's a Saturday night they play.
No, the banner raising.
Oh, I'm not sure what day the banner raising is.
All right, guys. Wow, what a great show. Action-packed. We didn't stop 1 second here. We knocked it all out. We had college football. We got NFL. We talked very little about baseball, but we're going to get more into baseball when the playoffs kick in about a week or so. But I want to thank you guys for being on with me once again. Great show here. Ben, appreciate it. We ran a little late today. Zach Smacks coming on right after us. My man Zach Smacks, he's going to have some good stuff he's going to be talking about as well. Watch his show, the Zach Smacks Show. Also, are you on YouTube or no? Yeah. He's on YouTube as well. Zach Smacks. Good guy. All right, TK, where can the people find you on social media and get that great stuff you're putting out each and every day?
I've been flowing each and every day on Instagram at TK Wins. Best place. I put up a lot of stories daily. If you want my plays as well, you just follow the link, go right to my website. I'm going to have a big weekend here. College football is going to be big. NFL, I know I'm taking care of business this weekend.
Slow it down.
I got to slow it down. You told me.
Zach's waiting for us.
He tells me to wake up.
He's talking so fast.
He tells me to wake up.
Woo!
He told me to wake up, and I told him to wake up. Just jump on Instagram at TK Wins, man. You can see I've been hot into baseball right now. Another dog last night with the Mets, man. Got another dogs here going here this evening, so check it out.
Mets got us a payday last night. All right, TK's done. Now my other man here, partner in crime, Teddy Brooks. Where can they find you on social media?
Grab your pen and paper, guys, and go to _profits_pick. There's a lot of fakers out there, so make sure you look for that blue check mark, and that's it, guys. We have a website and all that, but all you really need to do is go right there, track those free plays. My boy Ashley, I was talking to him earlier today. He's got all my free plays on the whole year on a spreadsheet. I think he said we're at 63% on the year on free plays, and that's coming from a customer, not from me. Love you guys. See you next week.
By the way, we didn't have anyone come on, any comments.
No, we had a bunch of
comments. You guys didn't bring them on.
I did. The Kansas-Cincinnati game. I told you they covered that.
Oh, yeah, but I figured
that was really the only question. Everything else was just comments.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, I'm Scott Matthews. I run the show each and every week, hosting it with these guys right beside me, my partners, and we love doing it. Get the Edge Sports Podcast. We're on all podcast forums, YouTube. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Tell your friends about us, whatever you got to do. We love doing this show and giving you the best advice each and every week. And you could find me each and every day between my broadcast channel picks, my video picks on Instagram, my Instagram channel with the blue official check mark, SM Sports Picks, Picks. Check it all out. We've been red hot. I mean, really red hot. We've been putting out consistent winning, and we will be back here next Wednesday live at 2 p.m. Eastern Time here at Podcast Junkie Studios with my man Ben Castro. Appreciate you, Ben. Again, great show today. See you back here. Let's make some money on all these games, and we'll catch you back here next week. Have a good day.